Hey guys, we're at the shop today. We're working on Alfie's race car. Unfortunately, he decided a little late that he wants to partake in this race. Initially, he was going to sit it out, so we thought we had a bit more time. But hey, racing drivers, what can you do? So yeah, Monday he gave me a call, said listen, he wants to do the race. Today it's Wednesday. Most of his parts have arrived this morning. Had to get some stuff from the machine shop done. We had a bit of issues with the fuel pump at the last race, so it tends to get a bit hot, start overheating, and then towards the end of the race the power dips off. So we've had to make up some adapters there to sort that out. It is the secondary fuel pump that's right near the front of the car, so it pumps from the surge tank to the motor to stop any surging through the corners. So we're going to make some changes there. Other small things he wanted, the GoPro footage from the last race wasn't quite the right angle, so we're going to work on the GoPro bracket, change that up. The car's been standing since the last race, which was about 3 weeks now, so it's proper filthy, so we're also going to make sure we give it a wash. But yeah, we're just going to run through it, nut and bolt check, sort out the fuel pump, sort out the GoPro mount, give it a wash. Got a booked for Dyno tomorrow to see if we can make sure the power's where it should be, hasn't dropped off. And when we dynoed last time, it was a little bit down on power, so we're going to hopefully crank that up to the maximum limit. So under the hood over here we've got the surge tank, and there's a Walbro pump that fits in there. Unfortunately we can't get stock of these pumps currently, and they are frighteningly expensive, so we've made adapters to run an external pump outside of the surge tank. So that's what we're going to change up now. Done that on a few of the other cars already, so I already know the process there. I'm going to mount the GoPro on the crossbar over here somewhere. It was more towards the middle last time, and then obviously the seat blocks quite a bit of the view down this side, so we're going to move it over kind of like where the passenger's head would be, like in terms of middle. So yeah, obviously it'll be a bit lower than where the passenger's head would sit, but in terms of side to side where the passenger would sit. So morning I'm going to come in, I want to sort out that filter, we'll place it and everything and secure it. Obviously it needs a wash because it's filthy. And then obviously I'll pack, we've got to take at least one spare marked tyre with us for the race. The other one that we don't need because we're going straight into qualia and race, so it's not like we need one for practice. So we don't need to take it with, we need a marked one. And yeah, take it over to the track tomorrow after it's washed, filter, everything else is hunky-dory. Wash it, secure the filter now after the tune. Okay, what's up guys? We're at the racetrack now. We've just completed qualifying with Alfie. He qualified second in class. It's pretty decent. One complaint that he had when he came back was he was missing fourth gear. So on all of his flying laps he had problems getting into fourth. So the time's pretty good considering that. We're a bit low on gearbox oil, so we're just topping that up. Hopefully that resolves our issues for the race. So yeah, gearbox oil's just in, we'll let it drain a bit, put the plug back in, and then we'll go from there. Starting race one in, like I said, second place, and then obviously his fastest lap time during race one will give him his qualifying spot for race two. So yeah, we're definitely, I think, on for some silverware today. It's just a matter of what color trophy we're after. Obviously the gold one's always the preference. But yeah, so long as we come home with a cup, that's the aim. Yeah, always want to be near the pointy end. So yeah, but otherwise the car seems good. Alfie seems happy. Car's running on song, bar the shifting issue. So hopefully now after this oil top up, that's resolved and we're on for a good day. See how it goes. One went tits up, broke fourth gear on the gearbox, so now we're sitting with trying to put a replacement box in before the second heat, so should be fun. Hey guys, so Alfie went out, qualified second for the first race, was quite happy with that. He wasn't too far off pole. Yeah, things were looking good. He was leading on the first lap, which was great. And then unfortunately, the next lap round, he came around in last place. And as I heard him coming out of the last turn towards the start finish line, you could hear he was battling to get fourth gear. So about a lap later, he pulled into the pits and he said, nope, no more fourth gear. And this track requires fourth gear like 50% of the time. So yeah, he was dead in the water. So he pulled into the pits, we've checked the car out. We're not selecting fourth gear, so it's either a synchro hub or a selector fork or something in the box is let go. That'd be my assumption at this point. We've taken a loan to spare box from a mate of Alfie's who also races in the class, and we're busy fitting that into the car now. So we will be out for the second heat. Unfortunately, we're starting bone last because his fastest lap time in heat 1 would have been his grid for heat 2. So he completed 1 lap and it was very slow. So unfortunately, that is the only lap that he gets to qualify him, so he will be starting stone last. So whatever result we get from here will be better than where we start. So yeah, anyway, we pulled the old box out, we've moved over all the necessary bits from the old box to the loan box, and we're about to slap it back in the car. So give us another 20 minutes and we should be driving around the parking lot testing it. So yeah, see how it goes. Okay, we've just finished putting the gearbox in, we're just topping up the oil, and then we'll go test drive it, make sure that everything's hunky-dory, and we did just start the race. So yeah, let's see how it goes. we had a bit of a trying day today here at the track. Qualifying went well. Alfie stuck it on second. We're quite happy with that result. Unfortunately, in Heat 1 we had a bit of a gearbox issue. The fourth gear let go, so he only managed one lap. Unfortunately, that one lap was his qualifying lap for Heat 2. So unfortunately, it wasn't a good lap because he was missing gears and he eventually pulled the car in. So he started the second heat in last place. Between Heat 1 and Heat 2 we had to pull the gearbox out, put a replacement in. So yeah, he did the second race with a box he's never driven with before. But yeah, like a recovery drive, he started last and he ended up grabbing the last place on the podium. So we're quite happy with that. Not the greatest day, but like a recovery at the end. So yeah, from that side of things we're quite happy. Car's going well. We're gonna obviously have to build a new gearbox for the next race. And then hopefully this man will be challenging for the podium the whole day rather than just the second half.
And then we're also going to be changing the wiring loop.
Yeah.
So I can add the rev counter.
Yeah, we've had some wiring issues. One of the computer boxes blew up. So we got a replacement and that one didn't even switch on. So yeah, we're going to change out the wiring, put out a new computer box. That should get all our dash control. So yeah, he's been driving blind with no rev counter, no fuel gauge, none of those things. So yeah, he's been a bit in the dark inside the car. So it's been interesting. But yeah, he's done 2 races and generally, if he makes it to the finish line, he's on the podium. So that, I think, is a true reflection of the driver and the car. So I'm quite happy with that as the engineer. Yeah. Anything else we're going to do? Sorted. So now we're going to go home and have some beers.